Hello, everyone. Tom Efskov here. Welcome back to another interview with a marketing legend for the third time on the show. Super excited, Mr. Neil Napier. Welcome to the show. How are you feeling, man?
I'm doing very well, thanks. Yeah, feeling good.
Awesome. I'm great to hear. I'm happy to hear. Great to hear. Um, we were going to be talking about obviously MemberVio membership site, but I want to talk about the potential or the. I'll let you lead.
Sure. So yeah, I think it's a we'd had this quick discussion before we got talking that usually when, for example, newbies are entering the market, one of the first things they get attracted to is affiliate marketing, for example, because it's like a low-hanging fruit. It's easy. But I can tell you that in all my time that I'm doing business, nothing has been better than actually creating and selling your own stuff. So that always brings you more money at the end of the day, because when we do affiliate marketing, we get paid 30, 40, 50% sometimes. We don't often get the leads, for example. So that's, it's a very short-lived thing. But if you're doing any kind of info product creation, selling courses, it can be quite a lucrative market. For example, someone I know, she has this tiny offer, she calls it, she sells it for $37. And then whoever buys it, they ask them to book a call, basically to potentially get coached. And from that, she sold, I think she did a full case study, about 5,000 copies of that. So, pretty good, of course, as you can imagine. She made close to $150,000, a bit more than that. But then she did another $800,000, $50+ just with the coaching on the back. So the reason I'm pointing that out is because for a lot of people, creating a course is kind of just a start to get a customer through the door and paying money. And, of course, it makes good money in the process, but I just want people to see the value of that lead from beyond just buying that course as well. So, yeah.
So basically recurring income, right? So we're talking about recurring income, but obviously membership sites can be used for multiple purposes, like, the locking and delivering content to certain access levels, right? So we'll talk about that, but generally speaking, you want people inside of that membership site, inside of that circle, and constantly generating income from your perspective, but also constantly consuming content and stuff like that. So that's perfect. Now, about getting with this, how can anyone with no experience or no special experience get started and start making recurring income? So you're here to talk about that.
Sure. Look, I think everyone kind of knows this idea about, passion to profits, like take whatever you're passionate about and turn that into profit. And that's a good thing. Like, that's definitely something I would recommend. But the fact remains that there might be things that you're passionate about that others may not care about, or you might still struggle to find a target market that is hungry for that. For example, let's say you're a really good flute player and you can teach other people how to play a flute. The problem is there's not a lot of people out in the world that want to learn how to play a flute. Now, of course, you could create a course and teach about it, but the way I recommend people is to basically set up a membership site and leverage content from other sources. For example, there are a lot of PLR places where you can go and buy rights to a video course, which you can then publish as your own and sell. So you could do that. Or you could also curate content from, let's say, YouTube. So videos that other people have created, as long as they have the proper rights to it, you can collect them into a membership site and you can share them with people as well. And, if people pay you for that, then, there's a market for it. So one of the problems I face is when I work with my students, my coaching students, in fact, one of my very first coaching student came to us and he said, okay, I have this really good course created and I spent about $8,000 in getting everything set up, including back then the explainer videos are really expensive. So he spent $3,000 on explainer videos. He said, I have to make money back from this. Otherwise my wife's going to leave me. Right. So that was a problem. And I find that that's a wrong way to go about creating and selling courses. A lot of people just go all out, create something and say, oh, it's not selling. This is all bad. It doesn't work. I'm going to quit. A better way is to validate that the market actually exists. So like I said, if you take PLR, if you curate courses, you can check if there's a demand. You can talk to people and see if they'd be willing to pay you money for that course. If enough people are, that you're in a good market. You can continue creating and selling more courses under that membership site and even charge recurring. I know another person who teaches people how to play guitar, like something as simple as that. Now, he's been running his membership site for many years, and he's doing over $250,000 a month just on that alone. So it's incredible. And again, his offering isn't something massive. He's doing weekly sessions with them, live sessions as a group. So he gets to teach them every week something new as well. but people are continually paying for this because they want to continue learning and improving that hobby that they have.
So step number one is finding demand, right? We want to find demand. And step number two is actually creating a way of, creating content for them. So like you said, it could be like teaching guitar lessons once a week, could be PLR. So there are many ways to get content. Now about these two steps, is it that something MemberVio covers?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of traffic generation, we actually have a course that we give away to everyone as well, because I think it's a fundamental thing that you need to know. But yeah, we actually, another course that we have is all about validating that product idea, creating a product within 4 hours to validate it and then continue selling it. So we give that too. But yes, MemberVio then takes care of sort of housing your courses. So when you have built your courses, you need to publish them somewhere. Because back in the day, we used to just, we literally used to give people downloadable videos like, hey, download this, these files from Dropbox and you can watch it at your convenience. The problem with that is a lot of our courses started getting shared on black hat sites. So we don't do that anymore. Then we started doing landing pages. And even if you password protect those landing pages, if someone has the password, they can just share with someone else. And then, everyone has access to your course. So then when membership sites became more common, it was like a gated entry. So you had to have a username and password, a unique combination, so you could access the course. And again, MemberVio does exactly that. So when someone buys or registers for free, if you allow that, then they get access to a course. But just beyond that, I want to kind of point out that, a lot of the membership sites that have existed until today have only focused on delivering the content behind a gated door. That's it. They don't do anything more than that. We are focusing more on creating engagement with giving you the ability to create worksheets and checklists for your courses, doing quizzes with people so that you can check whether or not they learned something from the course, but also in terms of security, because I said, black hatters are a problem. We've got a few security measures in place which restrict people from directly downloading your videos or copy pasting your content that's on your membership site. So that's a pretty cool thing as well. I think it definitely allows us to give more protection to our customers than other platforms do.
Awesome. So from what I understand, if I want to break it down into a process, just to let the audience understand it, simply. So the membership process of generating eventually recurring income is first off to figure out if a good niche, if it has demand, or a type of offer that you can provide. All right. Then step number two is to actually find a way to deliver the content. Now you guys you cover both these steps in trainings. And I trust you. I know you guys are doing this yourselves. You're successful. So your advice, in my opinion, is fantastic. And I know it's a good training. Then step number three is actually delivering the content and protection, like you said, and levels and all these different features, which can be a mess outside. So about point number three, you did talk about this right now, but I want to sharpen it a little bit. So these three are the key elements to make recurring income. And number three is the actual delivery. Now there are other softwares like that out there. And I want to know what makes you different.
Sure. Definitely. I think the market has evolved over time. There's a lot of platforms like Kajabi, Teachable. I think those two are the bigger ones out there in the marketplace right now. I think Podia is another one. So there are a few different reasons why we are better. I'll try and go through a few. Now, I think for us, if I was to pick one, I think you and I, Tom, have talked about USPs before. Like, what's the USP? What's the one thing that stands out? Like I said, for us, it's been quite important that we put content protection at the front and center of it. And that's something that we have also technically found it difficult to do in the past, but now we've made good headway. And that's something we can provide to people. Now, do know that it's still, not 100% protected, because someone could literally just play the video, leave the room and run Camtasia, recording everything. So people can still find ways to get videos, right? But we make it as hard as we possibly can with MemberVio. So that's one of the key things. But because we have built-in things such as, the ability to run quizzes or do worksheets and, basically give homework within the membership site, it makes the process more interactive, which, again, high-end membership sites have. So I'm not saying that Teachable Kajabi don't have that. They do have that, but it's at the higher end, like you have to pay a lot of money and so on. Then we don't take any transaction fee. I think it is actually, let me just check. Kajabi is the one that takes transaction fee between 2 to 10% of every sale that you make. I mean, Udemy does as well, but Udemy takes like, I think 70%, 80%, and they decide the price on your course. I actually would not recommend anyone who is serious about building a long-term asset to use Udemy. But if you were to use Kajabi, you'd be paying $319 a month. And even that, on top of that, they'll take some percentage of your fees from you, the sales that you make. So that's a problem as well. I think they also don't allow you to like blacklist people. So I often find in my own circles, if I have really bad customers, rude customers, I want to blacklist them. Our platform allows you to do that as well. So again, we put convenience and security at the center of all of this. All the membership site platforms out there are good. Like, I have absolutely zero doubt that they're bad. I'm quite sure they're good. But the problem is that they are complex. Kajabi talks about pipelines and all those things. It makes everything a bit messy, and it's confusing because pipelines is usually for offline businesses. So it's a little bit confusing there. But what we try and do is, like I said, we put convenience and security at the center of everything. So I'd say that's like our biggest pull. Mm-hmm. But then also we have a few ready-made themes. So if you want to come in and you want to customize your membership site, you can pick one of the 6 themes and just start customizing thereafter. Like right now in development, we've got a theme for crypto. So if anyone has a crypto membership site up and coming, you'd be able to use a done for you theme that we'll offer in the future, and that will make your membership site a bit more customized to that experience. So again, I'd say, we have built a platform that's built for marketers rather than for software developers. So we know basically within the platform how to upsell. For example, I'll show you that soon, actually. When you log in, when someone logs into our platform, you can show them all the courses that you have under your membership site. And if they don't have access to it, they can just click a button and buy. So that as a cross-sell, that puts more money in your pocket. Because if you were to do, for example, a thank you page, you don't really have the option of doing cross-sells that easily. But when people come in, they see, okay, there's 6 courses, I only have one of these. Then they get this FOMO, like, hey, I want to buy this one as well. They can click and check out, read more about it, and buy that as well.
Nice, so man. I love it. We're going to see it in just a few minutes, even seconds. But just to summarize, so the way you stand out from your competition, you didn't mention this, but in my opinion, you also stand out in the factors of the finding out the content and the finding out the niche in the trainings. Now, why do you stand out in that? Because you guys, like you said, you're marketers, and you come from that perspective, not all offline or maybe software development or not a complicated perspective. So you do take care of these 2 other elements. And then on the third, you stand out, on the actual software, you stand out in the, I see from what I noticed, there's a focus on efficiency and also on more money generated from the same person or from the same process. No transaction fees, all that stuff is great, fantastic even. But in terms of your vision, you're definitely focusing on the experience and the convenience, like you said, this is fantastic so far. Now I want to see it in action. How about you show us?
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that right now. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Give me just 1 second. Okay, so you should be able to see our membership site. So we've got a lot of products in here, right? So of course, I would say one side equates to like one niche or one brand. So KV Social, our parent company, that has multiple membership site products in there. And as I said, all of these are unlocked for me because I'm of course in the admin area. But if they weren't, you'd see like a lock sign here, people would click and they would have an option to then buy that product. So they can go to the sales page, wherever the sales page is linked to, and they can buy that product. But within the site itself, I want to show you, this is how everything is laid out. So you've got, for example, here, you've got modules on the left, right? Then you've got all the videos as lessons, for example. So this is our sort of master membership site that I would say, which has about, I think last I checked, 60 to 100 hours of course. We're adding courses to this every month, and all of them have been created by me. They're not PLR stuff. This is all custom stuff, and we sell this for quite a high price. And everything, as you will see here, is laid out in a very easy to follow manner. So you've got lessons over here, and you can go through the lessons and you can watch the videos at your own convenience. And when you're done, basically, you can mark the lesson complete. You can rate the lesson so the creator gets some feedback as well, so they know whether or not customers like that particular lesson. And then you can also save some notes over here. Now, you can do some CSS magic here as well if you know a little bit advanced stuff. If not, then we have some tutorials on it. So you can widen the space on this. So right now, there's like these columns on the left. It's a bit, not great user space, but you can also widen the space like this by using custom CSS as well. So that's possible to do here as well. And as I mentioned, with a lot of this, with this one, we have done that too. I think, let me show you this. So if I select this, if I'm trying to right click right now, nothing's happening. I'm trying to control C, and if I control V somewhere, it's not going to paste. Well, I think we have restrictions in place that we can disallow people from actually copying and pasting our content elsewhere. So it makes it difficult for them to basically take our content and put it somewhere else. So we have all that in place. And in the backend, I want to show you that too. It's very easy to sort of manage all of this. So you can create modules. So every course, for example, can have multiple modules, and every module can have multiple lessons. So this is the module that I was showing you earlier. And as you will see, this has multiple lessons right over here. And if I go into this particular one, I'm going to edit this right now. And you'll see that this particular lesson has multiple videos in it because, as I mentioned, it's a really long course. So this has a lot of content on it, a lot of videos that we have created. If you want to add some more, you can just click here and add some more, or you can edit this and you can edit more video, add more videos here as well, right? So there you go. You can see all the video icons loading up slowly. So yeah, it's fairly easy to use. You can add worksheets as well. So if you want to create a worksheet, you can add that too, so that people can fill in answers to some questions. You can add some files, so you can upload PDFs, for example, if you wanted to give away handouts and whatnot. And you've got some other custom stuff. So if you wanted to offer some HTML, you wanted to put some HTML code in here, you could do that here as well. So it's for those people that wanted to be a bit technical, they can do all that as well. If you then wanted to analyze all the orders that you're getting for your particular product, you can come in here and you can look at all the orders that have come in, the price, the product, the customer name, all those things. You can create coupons so that people that are buying can also use coupons before they make a purchase. So it's all sort of built in. You don't need to go somewhere else to sell, essentially, because we have integrations here with PayPal, with JVZoo, Stripe, Warrior Plus, ClickBank, PayKickstart, Thrivecart, all these different platforms. So, and the important thing is not just integration, the delivery is automatic as well. So when someone buys, you can automatically send them a welcome email. If they can't remember their password, you can automatically send them sort of a password reminder email. And you can actually customize all of that in terms of language as well. So if you don't want English, if you want Spanish, you can just come in and change that. We've got, I think, 7 different preset emails. You can come and change all of these. Like you can put whatever you want in there. We give you full edit rights, but it has been created so that you don't have to worry about writing all this stuff when you first come in. It's all in place. So you can come in, put your course in there and start selling.
That's this demonstration. I'm still watching. Okay.
Yeah. I think so. Again, I just want to kind of point out as well that this is what the end users see. So when they buy a course, they see this. And again, you may choose to show them all of these or not. It's up to you. But if you do show them all of these, then it gives you an option to cross-sell, right? So they might look at it and say, access product, they don't have it, so it will say unlock product. And then they can click and go to the sales page and buy that product from you if they so choose. But they can also see like how much course they have completed. They can see when was the course last updated. So when was content added to that course. That's kind of useful as well because you want to make sure that the course is being updated all the time. And that's just useful stuff. In the backend also, when we go to manage members, we can see a lot of information about them, including when they are coming in and accessing the course and whatnot, but also, what kind of, I think I don't have data on that yet, it's still loading, but are they doing the quizzes? If so, what are their answers and how much of, let's say, content they've consumed. So essentially, as a creator, it gives you an oversight into how your membership site is being consumed, how the content is being consumed, allowing you to create better and better content in the future. So yeah.
I love it. Okay, so I made a bunch of notes when watching this, your demonstration. So I love it. So what I feel after watching this and seeing the software, obviously I recommend it. Obviously I have bonuses, but people can check that on the bonus page. And the fact that I mailed this and do the interview obviously shows interest. But from my perspective, my personal opinion, I love how you made this into this kind of bubble where people are protected from the outside world in terms of they get everything they need, not just for the security. You're literally taking care of everything. So you showed me so many perspective or approaches. Like, first off, it's very simple. Then you showed perspectives of of both buyer and admin area. You have fantastic analytics. It's focused on convenience. You got the traffic there. You got the niche training, the content training. So it's an all-in-one place. It's more towards a business in a box in a way, because you give them literally everything. So
it's Tom, I got to stop you. It's funny you say that, because I want to point out two more things here on the demo front. So one, I just activated this setting for disabling user from selecting and copying text, but also I can restrict how many IPs people log in from. So if you don't want your membership access to be shared with too many people, you can say, hey, I want, if a member logs from, let's say, 3 different IPs in 3 different countries, for example, in 3 different days, then stop them, basically block them from accessing that content. But it's funny we're talking about business in a box, because we have, I think it is part of the upsell. We have this ability for you to literally export a site or even share the lessons or the modules or the entire course with someone. So one use case, Tom, for you, for example, could be that, let's say you were to combine all these interviews that you're doing and create a course out of it, like, basically taking the best knowledge pieces from these creators and you create a course out of it. You could upload that course in here, and then you could simply, with one button, share that course with other people so that they could, with one click, import it into their MemberVio account, which is part of Kyvio. They could import it and they could start selling that course as well. So for PLR sellers, for example, this is incredible, because, as a PLR seller, you only need to upload that course once, and then you could give it to 100 students of yours and they could sell it and keep 100% of the money.
Perfect. That's awesome. That's fantastic feature. Definitely from marketers to marketers. Yeah. And that's an upsell. I imagine you guys do have a bundle deal on this one. So we're going to be talking about it. But I just want to mention that what we discussed so far, for everyone watching this is just what we discussed so far is the front end, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Until the export side, everything was front end. Yeah.
Okay. That's amazing. First of all, and what's the price?
So the price on the front end would be 77, though we may start at 67 during the early bird period.
Okay, gotcha. And before we talk, how would you like to start? Talk about the upsells or talk about the bundle deal?
We can talk about the upsells for sure, because obviously it's a good lead into talking about the bundle as well. But so we have made the main version of the software as complete as you possibly could. We have not restricted you on anything that you critically need to publish and sell your own courses. It's
noticeable. I'll be honest, it's noticeable. You can notice you guys are not holding back just to get the upsell sale. So you're giving a lot of content.
We tend to front load the features because I like to think we're good marketers and we can sell the upsells just from that way to learn. So we tend to front load the features. We also have, by the way, for those people that want to kind of get started even faster, 5 done-for-you courses that we give, same way as I explained to you earlier, they would click a button, the course would be imported into their site, and they can start selling it. So we have that as well. Now, upsell number 1 is the unlimited version. So with that, we are basically with the main offer, you get the ability to sell up to 25 products in your membership site. With the upsell, we give you in total 5 sites, so you can have 5 different business types. Let's say you can have unlimited customers, unlimited themes. So as we keep on adding more themes in the future, you could use them as well. You can have unlimited products, additional security that I talked about, and the site cloning and export feature that I showed you as well, which is, to me, a big money maker if you are going to be in the business of creating courses and just kind of selling it to people so they can do whatever they want with it. Reseller access, we call that as well. So that's OTA 1, that's upgrade number 1. That's the unlimited version. That's going to be $97 a year or $197 one time. Then we've got Insiders Club, where we're going to give people 50 new courses immediately. So along with the 5 in the front end, we give them 50 more now, and 2 new done-for-you courses every month. So some of these courses are going to be PLR. We've basically purchased the rights, we've collected and put them for you. And some of these are my courses. So you can actually go out there and sell my courses as your own. I mean, you can say Neil Napier created this, he gave me the permission to use it. And you're getting access to it for really cheap or even for free. So you'd be able to do that with the Insiders Club as well. That's going to be $97 a year. I mean, it's completely optional, but for those people that continuously want supply of new courses that they can use, they get that too. Now that has one unique feature as well, and I want to explain this. So I want to help our customers as much as possible. So far until date, MemberVio is, I would say, a V2 version of Archivio, which we created back in 2016. So it's Theresia as InstaSuite. And until today, our customers have sold over $8.3 million of courses from our platform, right? And I'm incredibly proud of that. I want that number to be, double in the next year. So for that reason, we are setting up a marketplace. So that kind of same way that the Udemy has. And honestly, our, commission split would be quite aggressive as well. So people can come and sell courses via our marketplace. We'll take 70%, we'll give them 30%, that's fine. But if they get this Insiders Club, they can list their courses on our marketplace and we won't take any split from that.
Beautiful. Okay, and that's how much?
So that's $97 a year.
That's OTO 2 or 3?
OTO 2.
Oh, okay.
That's included. So the 50 done for your courses and then the ability to access our marketplace for free basically is included in that OTO 2.
Perfect. Yeah. That's amazing value.
Yeah, no, I think it's good too. Then OTO 3 is FunnelVio. So just like MemberVio is our membership site platform, FunnelVio is a perfect complement to that. It's our funnel builder. We have released it in the past, but of course, there are people that haven't seen it before or didn't purchase it before. They can get access to that this time as well. It's got really fast landing pages. We use Google Cloud as well as flat file technology to make sure the pages load in under 2 seconds. So they get that as well, which comes with unlimited funnels, unlimited pages. They get free page importer as well within that, and 100,000 visitors per month to their pages, which is pretty decent. I don't think even we get that kind of traffic every month. So they get that as well. That's $77. And then finally, we have Viddle, which is our video hosting platform. So look, with MemberVio, we're focused primarily on course hosting, basically course management, right? Some people said, hey, we want video hosting as well. So a few months ago, we released a platform called Viddle, which allows people to, upload their videos and host their videos with us on our servers. We use Amazon. So again, fast rendering and whatnot. So we give, with this upgrade, this is OTO 4, they get access to this platform. It's $97. I think, it gives them 300 gigabyte storage, 500 gig bandwidth. 300 gig storage is pretty good. I mean, again, I don't use that for myself even. It's pretty good. So they get access to that as well. So if I combine all of it, it's basically video storage, membership site creation and member management, as well as then funnel building and landing pages. So that's, talking about the bundle license, that's the entire bundle license. And just FYI, I know when we started the demo, I was showing you the Smart Academy. I was telling you that we have 60 to 100 hours of courses, content in there. So anyone who gets the bundle will also get access to that Smart Academy.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So they get all the courses I've created the last 4 years. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So when they get bundled, they unlock that too. Again, I'm only doing that as a special deal for bundle buyers, but it's not going to be available for people that go through the regular funnel. So, yeah.
Okay. So it's a special deal. If I'll want to share it with them, I'll need to include a link to the bundle in the bonus page, right?
You can. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the bundle, what's the price of that?
So the bundle is $297 plus. So the two options, they can pay $297 right now and nothing in the future, but that does not get them the Insiders Club. Or they can pay $297, get the Insiders Club, and from next year onwards, they pay $97 a year if they wish to keep it. And we ran a beta for this, and 95% of the people chose to get the $297, which included the Insiders Club. And next year they can decide, hey, if it's worth it, I can continue paying for this. If they think it's not worth it, if the new courses are not helping them, they can just stop paying the $97 a year. So it becomes a one-time deal.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I like it. So first off, I'm really surprised on the price of the bundle. I was sure you're going to say $397 simply because, the prices on your funnel are slightly higher than maybe what we're used in the market, but that's okay. The value is there. It's amazing. And any membership site you're gonna create, if it's gonna generate income, and that's the goal, right? If it's gonna generate income, and you're gonna save on the fees, and you're gonna have all those features in one place, the numbers we're talking about here in terms of investment are nothing, right? You'll pay a lot more in other, if you just hand out fees all the time. And here you have the OTO. So we have four upsells, completely optional, but very complementary. I like them as well. Some of them really impressed me. OTO2 impressed me. And all of that in one bundle, which is like 1,000 times cheaper than the separate funnel. So you're saying 297 plus 97 every year, as long as they want to be in the Insiders Club.
That's right. Yeah.
Perfect. And they can cancel anytime and just one. Okay, got it. Perfect. So that's an amazing deal. Obviously, I'm going to recommend people to get the bundle if they can afford it. If they don't want to try it out and try, I'm going to include 2 links, one to the bundle, one to the front end, and I'll let people choose. We can talk about that after the interview. Maybe you have some feedback on that. But generally speaking, I love the pricing. I love the bundle. I love the offer. I love the demonstration. Fantastic product. And I can see where you focus on certain things. Can I ask you, are you very involved or not very involved in the development process?
I'm very involved. So this is our core product, our flagship product, MemberVio. I mean, this is something we've been actively developing for the last 12 months, with some developers, of course. At one point we had more, at one point we had less. And this has been a long time coming for us as well. It's our in-house product. And I'm really excited for that, because whatever feedback we get, we can quickly turn around and implement it. We don't have to rely on external partners or whimsical developers. We can just basically get it done if there's enough demand for it. So yeah.
I can tell you're involved. I like it. I have a really good feeling about this product. Feelings aside, this is in terms of value, it's a fantastic product. And we saw it and everyone can agree. But my feeling is that my customers, if they're going to buy this, they're going to a good place. All right. In good hands, they're going to be in good hands. So, I mean, that's it. We have all the information that we need to make a decision, right, everyone? And so before we leave, do you have any final words? Maybe something you wanted to say and couldn't have an opportunity to say, something like that?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, look, with a lot of our platforms, our goal long term is to move to recurring prices, because at the end of the day, that's what keeps us going, getting paid month after month. For now, we don't need to, because we have a few different products and, they tend to sell and they tend to support each other. But as with our key viewer products, like MemberVio, for example, which is a recurring only product, with this as well, we intend to move to recurring. It's not very often that you come across a good, stable, proven membership site product at a one-time price. And I mean, this is it. With the upsells that we have as well, I know they can scare some people, but they're completely optional. It just speeds up your success, really. And I think that's what we try and do. It's, money just helps you get success a little bit faster. That's how I look at it. Money is a vehicle to be successful. So Definitely. Have a look at everything we have. I would say get the bundle, because it's by far, as you said, Tom, it's the best deal that we've offered on bundle until today. And I think it's truly incredible how much value people can get out of this package. And
you're saying it's going to move to a recurring model eventually?
In the future, absolutely. Yeah.
Sooner than later, in the near future, right?
Yeah.
So that's good, because you are right. Eventually, a business to keep running has to be supported by the same customer base, paying you again and again, because you only have so many people in the world or in the niche. That's perfect, man. I really thank you for coming. Amazing product. Now, guys, before we go, guys and girls, if you have any questions, make sure you reply to my emails that I'm sending now. I have bonuses for this, fantastic bonuses. Please scroll the bonus page below. You'll find all the bonuses. If you're watching on YouTube, just click on the link and you'll get into the bonus page and you'll see all the bonuses that I have. I strongly recommend this. And Neil, I love the guy. He's been here 3 times for like 2 months. So obviously I keep bringing him back. So Neil, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for all the value. And that's it.
Thanks, so.